Welcome back to the BizMin course. This is session 7, the Great Commission. If I was to ask you, what one thing should every Christian ministry do? I'd hazard a guess that you might well say, preach the gospel. The challenge for us is that this is one of the things that most people would say shouldn't happen in the workplace. After all, no one really likes a preacher in the boardroom. But if our business is to be a fruitful and complete Christian ministry, it must deliver on this important criteria. It should certainly not undermine that mission. How then are we to obey Jesus' Great Commission and make disciples of all nations? If we're going to do that, we need to also take on the nation that is business. I remember some years ago on the way to work one Monday morning, I was praying for an opportunity to share the gospel. The first phone call of the day came from the MD of one of my most important clients. As often happens, he asked me what I'd been doing at the weekend. And I knew that this was the moment. I knew this was the moment I'd prayed for, and I knew I needed to seize it. So I gave an honest answer. I said I was preaching at my church actually this Sunday. I expected an awkward silence. Instead, he responded by saying, "Oh, which church is that?" "My wife goes to church. She's been trying to get me to go for years." I encouraged him to do so, and then we got on with the business of the day. Some months later, that same man took me out for lunch. He had gone to his wife's church, and he'd made a Christian commitment. It was a huge privilege to have played a small part in that man's journey to salvation. It's not an isolated example. My work has provided many opportunities to explicitly share the gospel. But actually, that's not all that we're talking about in this session. As I've learned to do business God's way, I have, as the owner of the business, had the opportunity to allow my values to influence and guide the way that we do business as a company. Over time, those who work with me, alongside me and for me, have looked to my leadership and influence, and they look to my example. Our team is slowly but steadily discipled, not away from Christ, but towards Christ. They share in my story, and although many of them are not believers, they see the things that God is doing. They know that we pray, and they see the witness of myself and my fellow directors who are also Christian believers. Many of the things that God has done amongst us are miraculous. And it's powerful when our colleagues share in that journey and see God at work. Business as ministry is about more than our personal witness, though. It can go beyond individual witness to corporate witness. Not only am I known as a Christian amongst my colleagues and my customers, but my firm is also known for its Christian values too. Some years ago, my firm was selected as one of only 9 RBA role model practices. This provided us with a great opportunity to share our Christian values directly with our peers. We also now have the privilege of designing what will be one of the largest Christian monuments in the UK, the Eternal Wall of Answered Prayer. One way or another, our business has provided opportunities to witness to our Christian faith and to demonstrate what that looks like on the ground. That's what the Great Commission is about. It's about witness. We believe business is an excellent location for both witness and making disciples. It is a mission field that connects every Christian entrepreneur with the world. The challenge is whether the way that we do business draws people towards Christ or repels them. There is no such thing as neutral. To play our part in the Great Commission, kingdom entrepreneurs, people just like us, must make Christ known. To do this, they must be known as Christ's. That is the first step. We must come out as a Christian in the workplace. We cannot be ashamed of the gospel if we want our business to be our ministry. Our prayer is that you will grow in confidence, knowing that as you seek to do business God's way, your witness and that of your company will be like a light on a hill that cannot be hidden. when this happens, your business will most certainly be your ministry.